Welcome back, everybody, to another Last Epoch build experiment video. This time, we're doing Fire Bladedancer, focusing on two things: Shadow Cascade and a brand new set they added with this season called Kuzons. I don't remember the rest of the name of it. We'll see in just a moment. It's been a while since I've played a Bladedancer, even off stream, and so far I am having a blast with it. The new passive tree changes have been excellent. Kuzons, it doesn't really have a name, I guess. But yeah, Kuzons, guys, Kuzon's Fury. This build is centered directly around these two items. That set bonus is just incredible. Now, I haven't gotten too empowered or anything with this build, just like with last week. This build is off to a promising start, especially concerning the fact that we are kind of testing the waters with a brand new set. Right now, my gear is alright. We're really maximizing plus the skills where we can, anyways. I got really lucky with this Corrupted Amulet. That gives +2 to all skills, +1 to all skills, basically, with the Kestrel. We're getting +4 to Shadow Cascade, +4 to Cinder Strike. I haven't done Dancing Strikes. Now, here's the thing. In the future, if I decide to come back to this build, it's very tempting to want to convert or to try out Dancing Strike. So we might do that in a future video. I'm not going to be doing it here. We'll see. Everything else is just really trying to maximize our damage, our dodge, resistances, and more skills is nice. This Trader's Tongue is amazing, just because it rolled +2 to dexterity skills. I am planning on slamming Kestrel at some point with this, just because it has shift and chance to shred armor. Yeah. The 5 skills we're using are Cinder Strike, Acid Flask, Shift, Smoke Bomb, and of course, Shadow Cascade. Shadow Cascade, of course, has been converted to fire thanks to the new set. Nothing too special here. Smoke Bomb, mainly to generate more shadows, as well as give us both melee and throwing damage, because we are dealing not only a lot of melee damage, because we're a Bladedancer, but also we are throwing flasks, and with Cinder Strike, we are throwing burning daggers, so that's a lot of throwing damage. We need the throwing damage. Shift is nice because not only are we getting a Shadow Cascade off of a shadow that's being created from a shift, but also we are throwing a couple of the Acid Flasks, which have been converted to fire as well. So we are just burning everything. And the best part about this build so far is that, I mean, look how many skill points we have for every skill. Now, mind you, I've got the Weaver Dice. I've got the Amulet I showed you with +2. Got the Kestrel on. But don't undersell the fact that this is 27 and 26 for just because of the new set. Giving +4 to these skills is massive, and probably the best reason to use Kuzons if you're using these skills. Without further ado, we're just gonna keep trekking through our, I believe we were, I need to
Greetings.
respec a blessing really quick. The grand strength. Like XP.
Can be undone, but
We're just gonna go to the Black Sun and start seeing how far we can burn through Void stuff and give everybody a little taste of what Kuzon looks like. I mean, again, I've been having a blast so far. I've played a Shadow Cascade build before. I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. But this just takes the cake for this is the most fun I've had with Shadow Cascade so far. And we haven't even really got going yet. And as always, if anybody has questions for me Please ask in chat or leave in the comments in the future video. Appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, the way this build has worked for me so far, you can basically use shift whenever you want. 58, very nice. Oh, I forgot to show the acid tree. You can just pause the video. You need to really see, but essentially, we are all in on crit and shadows. Way more dexterity, let's say. Yeah. Right now, the weakness of the build is we're just low on dexterity. That's a pretty easy fix. It's gonna take a matter of time. Now, generally speaking, this build works really well against packs of mobs because Shadow Cascade does so much damage, especially with critting, that when we do crit or kill something rather with Shadow Cascade, there's a high chance because of the Shadow Cascade tree to generate a shadow, which then will use more Shadow Cascades. So it literally is cascading. That being said, when we're against that was almost really good. That being said, when we're against bosses, for example, the main thing we're doing is we're throwing down a shadow bomb or a smoke bomb and generating shadows off of that, and then just basically just holding down the shadow cascade key. And again, whenever I dash forward, not only am I leaving behind a shadow, but we're also throwing 2 fire flasks and triggering 2 shadow cascades. So, lots of damage just from moving around. The daggers are really nice. They're not our main source of damage, but they are giving us the cool Kuzon buff down here, the Dancing Dragon, which gives just incredible amounts of stats to everything across the board. I mean, look at that. That was just me pressing 4 twice. Like, this is awesome. That's and again, this isn't unusual. I've played Shadow Cascade before. That was kind of what Shadow Cascade did before, but now it's just the number bigger is all you really needed. Because part of the issue with keeping the cascade up was killing things consistently. And having the ability to convert to fire kind of opens up more avenues for damage enhancement, mainly with other uniques. For example, I can imagine Wildfire Embers, the primordial amulet, probably synergizes pretty well with this. It's like the wisps would be extra shadows. What is that? Sure. No. No. Nope. Actually, you know, I'm gonna hold it. So, simply put, this set has really opened up Shadow Cascade quite a bit. And you know, looking forward to seeing what better gear on this character is going to make Shadow Cascade look like when we get to Empowered Timeline. But at the moment, this has been a fantastic leveling. Okay, so against a single target boss, it's just basically standing in one spot, standing in the cloud, and yep, then just holding down Shadow Cascade button. Nope, I'm not a B build. I'm not falling for it, game. Ooh, Bone Clamor, man, I haven't seen that in a hot minute. On that. How am I need petals badly, and I can't. Go So, okay. All right. I have 4 points left. Huh. Gonna max out Shadow Torrent here. Alright. Head for that false temple. Pretty good dodge chance overall, too, for a lot of things. I really don't like this map because it always somehow makes my frame rate drop. Typically don't have performance issues with this game, except for certain maps and also anything that generates zombies for some reason. Yeah, we do want that. Our dodge rate fluctuates between like 25% and 57, 58. It's pretty bad. And we're just casually going around, dashing. I really don't hit the smoke bomb unless I'm against something incredibly tanky. Or dangerous, like a champion. Direct cast of Acid Flask is pretty nice. Against, like, smaller groups of tankier, like, mid-level mobs. Just really want to keep that Kuzon ability alive. I think a pile of hands with this. Never seen that before. Oh, that seems very bugged. Oh. Nice. A nice skill. Yeah, see, I get better performance in here.
Not happening.
Excellent. Wow, I haven't. It's my first Weaver Gloves of the season. Crazy. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, game. One seems alright. Alright, Clotho's good because I would love to. Actually, no. I mean, a better Clotho's needle would be nice on my other characters. You don't get one, you don't get one. A minion melee attack speed? Are you kidding me? Alright, well. Back to lost frames land. Or frame rate land, I don't know. Level 60. Oh yeah. Lay down the bomb. There we go. Rhea wins, but oh, I didn't roll the +3. I would have definitely picked up a near perfect Rhea win. But Dadzelite, just corrupted. It'll totally give you the plus, the maxed out unique affixes corruption. Okay, that really needs to get fixed. Too small. Do you know how many items I've ruined already from corruption? Good mechanic, but man, still it doesn't change the fact that it's risky mechanic. It's called corruption for a reason. Shadow Beacon, but it only gave +2. That's kind of a bum. Just corrupted, it'll give you +2. I'm gonna get it just because, in case I want to do a Shadow Beacon build, but I kind of doubt it. Okay, let's go to False Temple. More dexterity, give me more. Thinking at this point, dexterity is probably the best thing next to flat damage we could get. Definitely at some point I'm going to have to start making custom Kuzon, like reforged Kuzon items. Beautiful. Shurikens in 20. Unfight. You. I love false temples. Such an easy way to get XP. Yeah, that's pretty good. See? Already 61.
Not happy.
100% crit chance, he said. This is crap. We are absolutely gonna hit 62 before the end of this echo. Did I mention I really like false temples? Kind of disgusting. Or void squirrels. What we needed. And yep, there we go, 62. Let's do shadow damage. Sure. Another false temple, but then I gotta go through this. Probably not. I could use some more woven echoes. Yeah, let's go. Let's go towards Serpent Valley. Oh, it's so creepy. Ah. Pulling a Diablo 4 on me. That giant snake. Alright, so we got a Carnage here. You could really tell Kuzon's doing some work. I see the lizard. I just can't care. Oh, there's an orange one. Oh. Game is trying to make me care. Beautiful. Okay. That is one of my favorite ones. And no. So for this one, I think we're just getting more oil coating. Flat damage. What was I doing on this? I think we're just more mana. Unseen strike. Here. Duration. Want that smoke bomb lasting a full 6 seconds. Shadows use burning daggers, so that also counts towards. If I don't use the shadows for the flasks or the shadow cascade, they're usually absorbed, or they're usually spent on dagger throws, which again helps boost Kuzon. Okay. Next one. For damage. We're already hitting for like 50k right now. If I get max daggers, I think. Like 15k, but still, that's good. It's good. Oh, and as we are streaming this live, EHG has just put out a new patch. We'll probably take a look at that before hop off today. Yeah, this build is clean. This is I almost want to say this is cleaner than our Fire Aura Spellblade. Like it's you know, I don't want to be too declarative. Mainly because we're not too empowered yet, but I can see this being a pretty easy build around. Like Kuzon's being lucky and getting this Trader's Tongue is probably another huge part of it, but this is a pretty straightforward spin to win kind of build. And I cannot. If you've never played any build that is related to... Yep, I know there's a new patch. If you've never played a build that is based around... Yes, I know there's a new patch. If you've never played a Shadow Cascade build, I implore you, start a Bladedancer and Tell me it's not satisfying to watch shadows get generated and it just to cascade, 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 cascade. It's incredible. You know what? They really want me to update, don't they? In. We're all in, baby. All right, new patch, new patch. All right, let's update. Let's update. We'll update really quick. First time ever, I'm going to update in the middle of a video. Wow, nobody's here. It's still giving that. Come on, man. I patched. I'm on the new patch. Stop telling me. Okay. You know, honestly, that Cave of Shadows seems nice.
It will shatter around you.
Oh, they're just gonna spam the hell out of that message, aren't they? You know what? I'm actually gonna empower that because of our old friend Polar Bear needing more of those. Why do you gotta give me that as a 3 LP? Alright, let's find these infernal guys. Ah, so satisfying. Now this, I'll tell you what, these omen windows, because of how many enemies they spam at you, very satisfying to just walk around and press the Shadow Cascade button. Probably one of the best things you can do on this character. Yeah. Easy peasy. Alright. Ow. That's, not terrible. Not bad for a two-handed weapon.
Not happening.
Guys, did you know a new patch is available? Restart your game to update. Alright. This last one. They really need to knock that off. I had a feeling this build was gonna level up pretty fast. Oh, we actually have a Rift Beak. We might actually go tackle that for a throwing hit.
Not happening.
Don't really have mana issues with this build either. Like, our mana can get low, but typically we'll kill stuff before it becomes an issue. And another carrion, why not? Unlock it set. One second. I'm going to. Could the spam bug spam some red rings in my stash? Thanks. Oh. Oh, don't we all, bud? Don't we all? I think the plan right now is for this. It's still going. Oh my god. I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna try to ignore it. I will do my best to ignore it. Go to the Cave of Shadows. We're gonna kill Raya, and then I think we'll call it there for the highlight. Apologies for the restarts. Wasn't expecting him to patch in the middle of the day or middle of the morning. I guess Thursday would be the good day to do it. Usually is. But yeah.
Not happening.
Another. Oh, did I put in that point from earlier? I think I forgot to put in that point. Or I did. Never mind. Yeah, we are all in.
Not happening.
We crit? Really crit. My research wasted. Yeah. I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, unlike last week, I will say this. This is less experimental for me from a skill side, or experimental for me from an item side, because again, this is a brand new set, and I'll be honest, it's a little, it feels a little overtuned, which I'm fine with. I'd rather be, you know, we all would rather have new things be OP first. Not too OP, of course, but just, you know, strong enough that you really feel the intention of the item. And I feel the intention of the item. Stuff. Holy rings. Particularly good there. Do you want to shadow that? Okay, another 3B. I will never need a snowblind helmet ever again. Cool. Alright. We are actually in Quest Echo range. Let's go.
Yes? Stay safe.
Right. See how fast I can get this Quest Echo done. I'm gonna say we'll be done by 9:19.
Not happening.
I don't think it'll take me more than 2 minutes.
What brings you here?
By my clock.
Safe travel. Take care of you. Not happening.
Level 65. Crazy.
Not happening.
Look at that. That is so awesome. Love it.
Not happening.
This is a wonderful build. And fun, too. Alright, next. What was this one? This is where you climb up the mountain, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Shadow Mountain.
Not happening.
All in. My crit chance is like, yeah, 67. Good. Crazy as I could definitely get it higher. This might be a build that I would get the Spyglass amulet that gives you super crits if your crit chance is over 100, because I could definitely get over 100 crit chance on this build.
Not happening.
Boy, even the crits off of just Cinder Strike are kind of slapping now. Very cool.
Not happening.
I know it's not empowered, but still, this is pretty good, even for normal timelines. Alright, let's see how fast we can take down Raya. You want to boost that first. Oh, what are we doing? Like too fast. Mana regen. Mana regen is not like super important, but and not minion health. No. Oh my god. Now we're talking. Wow, that was. I'm not gonna. Can't blame streamer luck. That's just crafting. All right.
Not happening.
That was probably like a 1 in like. Behold.
Not happening.
Oh, actually ran out of mana. Nice. Oh, I forgot this bridge actually doesn't get shut off. I will revel in your pain.
If this changes anything, this world is already dead.
Hydrating, you say? Yeah. I think I have a better. But though. Now, you know what's funny is I really wanted to get one of these for our Fire Aura Spellblade, and I never had one drop, even though I killed Raya like 4 or 5 times. So, nice to see, finally. Even if it is a little eh. I'm gonna grab both of them because I'm gonna probably end up corrupting both of them. Alright. Let's head to... I want to say... Oh, man. I really don't want to do the... Rather just... I'm just going to skip the Reign of Dragons. We'll do a couple more echoes, and then we'll call it. I would call this a cool build, but it's more of a hot build. The other thing I'm really looking for right now that I'm kind of struggling with is to just find good idols. That is what it is. Class idols, I should say. Sorry. But yeah, I think like many of my kind of one-trick pony builds, Shadow Cascade in this case. You're really just building for the one skill and trying to maximize it as much as possible, using your other 4 skill slots to hopefully synergize with that skill. Shadow Cascade really going to care about you creating shadows, so you're just picking a bunch of skills that are also going to generate shadows. Gift being a nice little bonus as well. Dropping the acid flasks, and since they convert to fire, they help shred fire res. Great. It's awesome. I'm gonna go down really quick. I want to get that 3rd round of XP tomes. And we're still, we're up to level 85 monsters, and we're still one-shotting a majority. So that's nice. Oh, just barely a hair off 66. Alright, this should do it. Alright, last echo, and then I'm gonna hop off for the day.
The cracks are spreading.
Me when I'm walking over a frozen lake. Okay. Easy, easy. All in. Yep. Nothing crazy there. Find the rune prisons. Ah, there we go. Oh, no, it's one of these echoes. Or one of these maps. They're very large. They would cage us all.
Not happening.
Luke Cage does ball.
Easy. Too easy.
That's Marvel joke. Marvel joke. I went there. Some people tell me I'm too brave. Ooh, Leviathan car. Oh, baby. Oh, a free. Oh, it's always good to get a free primordial, especially one you were just talking about. Okay, that is streamer luck. That is streamer luck. Now, if I could get a red ring on top of that, well, maybe that might be a little too much. I'll tell you what game, what I haven't seen in a while, is an exalted experimental item. As long as it doesn't pertain to bees. Look, I like my gimmicky experimental builds, but I feel like this is that one like Mean Girls meme where it's like, bees aren't going to happen. Stop trying to make bees happen. And I know someone watching this video is going to go, I'm going to make bees happen. And you know what, sir? Or madam? Or NB? More power to you. Alright, that being said, get my runes. And that is Fire, Kuzon, Cascade, Bladedancer. Wonderful set. I'm glad that 11th Hour Games gave me another opportunity to use Shadow Cascade. Probably my favorite Bladedancer skill. Again, this build mostly just maximizing melee damage fire damage, crit strike chance, and plus to skills. Nothing special in the idle slots. I'm just going to brush over it, pause the video if you want to see what it is. Here's our stats, 53% move speed. We're not really, you know, we're doing okay on resistance, especially lightning, jeez. Dodge passively, our dodge rating, 35%. Pretty solid. Not going to complain there. Armor could probably be a little higher. I'm going to blame it on the fact that we're still wearing the Kestrel. Crit chance is 37%, and that definitely scales up. Definitely could use more dexterity, among other things. And, yeah, one last time. Cinder Strike, Acid Flask, Gift, Smoke Bomb, and, of course, our Blazing Cascade. Sorry, Shadow Cascade. That happens to be caught on fire. So, alright. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back next week with another build. And until then, have a good one. And have a good weekend.